Hey girl.
Howdy, 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 my beautiful Sagittarius. How are you doing, darling? My name is SimplyVelca, and today I'm going to be getting into your weekly tarot reading, Sagittarius, for January 2022, darling. All right. So if you enjoy this tarot reading today, let me know in the comments below which cards resonate, because that's how I keep up with you, as well as if you enjoy my vibe for today, Sagittarius. I would appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it helps me out more than you ever possibly could know, darling. All right. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign, Sagittarius, to get the full spectrum of what's going down for you, as well as be looking for the secret code word to put in the comments below to be entered into a chance to win a free reading with me, darling. All right, let's just jump right into your tarot reading today, Sagittarius. Remember, my website is SimplyVelca.com to book a reading with me. Starting out your energy, Sagittarius. Ooh, darling, we have a few cards to be unpacking in a moment. We have the Nine of Swords coming in here, and this came in partnership with the Hierophant energy. Oh, darling, Sagittarius. I don't mean to come off as mocking you, Sagittarius, but it's giving me very much so this vibe of where you're having some hardcore anxiety, Sagittarius, some hardcore anxiety in regards to some type of committal energy, something that you at one point saw a future with, Sagittarius, or that you thought for was going to go the long run for quite some time. I wouldn't be surprised, Sagittarius, if in regards to some type of job that you've been working, there might be some type of potential and disruption, because it's almost like, Sagittarius, you're having this lingering anxiety, being like, oh God, what if this doesn't work out? You know, what if something comes into fruition? Hierophant energy does refer to also deep relationships, especially for those that are married. Some of you guys might be having some second thoughts, or like not second thoughts, but more so just anxious thoughts related to some type of relationship in your life that either has gone on for a long time, or that you at one point thought was going to be going very positively in the future. There's some type of just like anxiety with how, you know, where your life is heading. Two of Cups, darling, you know, this kind of confirms what I was saying beforehand in terms of some type of partnership, Sagittarius, into some type of relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic, or family, darling, Sagittarius. There's some type, you know, there's trouble in paradise, darling, if you would consider it paradise prior to this, about, well, something that you would like to be in paradise, really, Sagittarius, that, you know, some of you guys, you might be having the question of if they're cheating or not, or there's just something that, like, you feel like something's off with them, right? You've noticed some change with them. Queen of Cups, right? And here's the thing, Sagittarius, I'm getting like this impression where it's just like, you don't even know what it is necessarily. You just have noticed like the difference. This wouldn't get surprise me, Sagittarius, if this is like an energy where it's like you were, when this energy came in, it came in very strong, Sagittarius. You are just like, especially in terms of like newer love connections here, or some type of friendship. Doesn't even have to have love in that, you know, romantic sense, Sagittarius. Like something that came in very quickly, very passionately, very strongly, and then there's like a switch that you feel like happened, but you can't quite identify where it happened or how it happened or any of the details, Sagittarius. Like none of it's making sense to you at this current point in time, and you're just like, what changed? What happened? Like, some of you guys, you're thinking that you were just in your head, misreading the signals and what have you, Sagittarius. But then we have the King of Wands here under the Hierophant and the Nine of Swords here, darling, right? So it's almost as if like what's being presented to the world, Sagittarius, isn't actually what's true. That's a weird, like morbid message to be having, Sagittarius. It's like some type of relationship that other people would perceive as being like, oh yeah, like these two, they're the perfect pair, or they're really good friends. It's like the outside world would never assume or think that something was up behind closed doors. And it feels almost as if, Sagittarius, like you have been drawn to the sense of having to overtly watch their body language or their tone of voice. You have ended up just, it seems like you have just watched this energy in a way, Sagittarius, where you two have just been starting to grow apart, which is really unfortunate. This is turning into a pretty heavy message right from the get-go. Sagittarius, I apologize, man. continuing on, Five of Pentacles. This is the energy that you're feeling in right now, Sagittarius. You feel pretty hopeless to the situation, unfortunately, darling. You know, it's the heart of this energy as well. This is under the Two of Cups here. It's in this question of where it's like, you're wondering, it's like, did you do something weird to set this person off? It's like now it's this weird relationship, I feel, Sagittarius, where you're starting to be very self-deprecating and being like, it's like you're convincing yourself that you're this terrible person. So it's like, of course, that's why this person has started to ghost you or breadcrumb you, like whatever the narrative is, Sagittarius. Like it's like you're putting all the fault on yourself based off of this other person's actions that you don't even know what to pinpoint. So that's why you're blaming everything about yourself. Like you're just attacking your whole being, just to attack your whole being, which is just really unfortunate, Sagittarius, man. Six of Wands coming in here on the Queen of Cups, you know, so take this for what you will, Sagittarius. Take this for what you will, that it's like whatever energy is like you're having anxiety about, you know, unfortunately, I feel like, you know, for those that have just been trying to ignore the red flags, I feel like you, unfortunately, the things that you know, have to give it straight, Sagittarius, right? So there's no purpose in me sugarcoating things. I feel like your biggest anxiety, your biggest fear is starting to come into to fruition, Sagittarius, with something that you really thought was going to be there for the rest of your life. And for some reason right now, it is bursting at the seams. You know, you feel like maybe you're wanting to save this, maybe you can, maybe you don't, I don't know. You know, the future is not solid, but it's like something that you are bursting at the seams at. Six of Cups, or rather Six of Wands, your story, you still win with this outcome. So even though your anxiety about it is going to be coming true in terms of some type of action, but by the end of this, you still come out to be the winner, even if the process towards that was very painful. Does that make sense, Sagittarius? We have the Ace of Swords coming in here under the King of Wands and the Hierophant, Nine of Swords energy. I feel like you're going to get clarity on where to go or how to handle this situation on a deeper level, Sagittarius. Excuse me. I feel like initially it's going to be feeling, oddly enough, I feel like they're pointing at, like, using the word like nauseating when you first like have to try to figure out how to deal with this situation. It's like it stresses you out, or it gives you so much anxiety, Sagittarius, that it's almost nauseating. But you're going to be getting clarity on how to go about this situation for sure. You're going to be seeing things very clearly, even if right now everything just seems so hazy and just, you know, you could just like throw up anytime you start thinking about it because of how much anxiety it brings to you. Two of Wands comes in here under that Two of Cups, Five of Pentacles energy, Sagittarius. So it's like you're thinking about the future, you know, you're thinking about how things are going to be working out. It's almost as if with this connection here, Sagittarius, it's not just about long-term connection or anything like that. Well, it's about connection, but it's almost as if like more lies with this than just the connection itself. Like maybe you guys rent a room or do business together or rent a place together or something like that. Like I do feel like there's other things that complicate the situation, Sagittarius, that gives you this sense of anxiety, being like, oh crap, like how do I handle this? What do I do with this? Right? You don't want this to happen, but you are preparing for the worst. Have that plan B is what I want to be telling you, Sagittarius. Have that plan B. We have the Ten of Wands here. Again, I really wouldn't be surprised. I want to figure out where I put my arm. I wouldn't be surprised, Sagittarius, if a lot of you guys end up moving. I really do see, like, man, this is not a, I'm sorry that this is not a happy reading. Sagittarius, but obviously we can't have always just happiness in our lives, right? Obviously this is something that you already were going through, but it's giving me this message, Sagittarius, where it's just like, unfortunately, like, you're not crazy. Your intuition was spot on with this. That's why you have those sleepless nights, because you're just like, man, starting to see the signs of things bursting at the seams when it comes to this type of connection here. Queen of Cups, with that King of Wands, darling. Like you really thought so highly of this, and you just feel like you're so out of control with this situation that you're just watching from a distance, you two just distancing apart. Five of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Yeah, Sagittarius, this just tells me such a sad story of like you're very hyper aware about something going down and you just don't know how to save it. But I don't feel like there's anything for you to be saving. You need to stop beating yourself up over it as well, Sagittarius, and putting the blame all on yourself. You know, it takes two, at the very least two, to make a relationship or a situation to be working out, Sagittarius. And it's not just your fault. If we're going to put fault in your situation, Sagittarius, realize and remember that it's not just your fault. You know, it could just be no one that can be at fault and just energy's not mixing well, Sagittarius. But really, I just feel the strong desire to remind you, Sagittarius, of just like how much of that bitch you are, darling. Like how, I don't know. I feel like some of you guys, Sagittarius, are really taking this hit really hard through this, whatever you're feeling anxious about, Sagittarius, coming into fruition. You have number 8, the Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery, Sagittarius. So you're constantly getting this hint, nudge, nudge, Sagittarius, of some type of plot twist going down in your life. Now, what kind of plot twist is it? I don't know, but you're consistently getting this hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Sagittarius, of where it's just like life is a mystery. You don't quite know how things are going to be turning out. So darling, while your intuition is right on this one thing, you still don't know all the details. 66 White Raven spirits coming in here. 3 in numerology. Trust in the magic. So it's like very funny messages here, Sagittarius, when you think about it, right? It's like trust in the magic, darling. Life is a mystery. You know, things don't look very promising right now. You know, things feel very hopeless. You don't know how things are going to be working out because you put all your eggs in this basket. Leaving this connection here means you have to get into a whole new place and find it, you know, all those reasonings that we have that just, it's nauseating thinking about all those stressful details. Trust in the process, darling. It's a very forward message in that way when you think about it, Sagittarius. So take that as you will. And I know for some of you, Sagittarius, it's just not going to change anything just because you're dealing with the situation right now. But your spiritual team is here to let you know, Sagittarius, that you're taken care of. That even though, like, if you were to think about it for too long, things would just get nauseating, that they have your back. The World card, you know, with cycles closing off, that means new cycles are going to be opening up for you, Sagittarius. All right, remind yourself of that. Remind yourself that just because things might feel like they're crashing around you and your anxiety was just at all-time high, Chariot, help is on the way for you, Sagittarius. Help is on the way, and that's how the mystery comes in, darling. Right? It's like right before you hit the ground, when you took that leap of faith in regards to something, and you're just like, you know, something comes in and swoops in and saves you, darling. Now, what's that song, like Wind Beneath My Wings or Feet? 7 of Wands. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised, Sagittarius, if you have some it's like through some type of event happening, you get shown like who your real friends are, Sagittarius. You get shown who is actually going to ride with you, who's there to support you, and what have you. I feel like some people come in out of the woodwork, Sagittarius, to come and help you out. People that you didn't know you could rely on, Sagittarius. So it's like, while you get greatly disappointed by other energies, by some energies, this other energy comes in to, to just let you know that they have your back during these tough times, Sagittarius. 4 of Pentacles coming in. I have a card that came out. 4 of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands coming in, Sagittarius. Now, I do feel as if I need to say the message, Sagittarius: don't make rash decisions. Don't, even in regards to the situation here, I don't know what where you have your anxiety about and what this is touching in on, whether it's like a marriage or whether this is like a job or what have you. By me confirming what it is that you already are feeling, Sagittarius, don't make that as your reasoning to make decisions immediately, because I can't help but reference from these two animal oracle cards, Sagittarius, where it's like there's something clearly more going on that we don't know about, right? Clearly, spirit knows something that we don't know about, that we're not privy to. So before making any type of rash decisions or choices with anything, or to change up the dynamic, even if you're told that you're right, spirit's telling you, Sagittarius, to be like, all right, hold up, darling. You know, let's not get crazy. Let's not rush things. Let's not pull out from situations quite yet. Star energy here. Yeah, like the, you know, you just need to you need to just trust the process, Sagittarius. Truly, like this is probably going to be such a hard week for you guys, just to be very hands off. I feel, and just realizing that you can't control the situation, that, you know, pun unintended, but works very beautifully here. Where it's like, let the cards fall where they may, and just know that how the cards are going to be falling, Sagittarius, you're still going to be ending out the winner, right? That's why you pulled that Six of Wands from before. So just trust the process, Sagittarius. I know this is just turning into like such a heavy, like, of a reading, but that star card, it's like you're always going to be getting closer to like your true or highest purpose. Page of Page of Swords here. I feel like you just need to fall back. Yeah, just fall back and observe a little bit more. You have more things that are going to be coming into the revealing itself to you, Sagittarius. That's why you don't want to make those rash decisions. Something else is like, more information is going to continue showing itself. Yeah, Queen of Swords coming in here. It's like you're going to be receiving some information that really puts, like, while it's a crappy situation to be dealing with, Sagittarius, this new information coming in really gives you the upper edge on how to go forward. Five of Wands here. Yeah, it shows you how to maneuver through these hardships, these obstacles that are going to be presented towards you, Sagittarius. Just like, yeah, you're going to be given the blueprint. Just that's why you don't make rush decisions. Like, wait for the blueprint from spirit to manifest to you. Things are going to, like, you'll see things so clearly and how you need to go from point A to point B. All right. So yeah, Sagittarius, that's the reading that I have for you, darling. Be sure to be working with selenite at this time. This is the stone calling out to you the most this week. Sagittarius, makes a lot of sense. Selenite is a very purifying stone, clearing out the bad vibes. I feel like a lot of you guys, Sagittarius, you're either moving out of a bad environment, living environment, or you're finally ridding yourself of very negative energy, something that always has been keeping you down. Selenite is very cleansing and purifying of those types of energy. So interesting. But yeah, that's the reading that I have for you, Sagittarius. I love you all so much. Hopefully you found some cards that did resonate. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you did. If you want to book a reading with me, SimplyVelca.com, Sagittarius. All right, be sure that you found the code word to put in the comments below, Sagittarius, to be entered into a chance to win a free reading by me, darling. And yeah, I love you so much, Sagittarius, and hopefully I can connect with you sometime in the near future. Be sure to follow my social medias, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, all that being SimplyVelca. Peace.